the Hoback Sumo. Fidget King. I love this knife. One of the things I really love about it is that there's so many ways to deploy it. It's just the king of fidgets. It's a toy as well as a tool. So I think perhaps it has more opening possibilities than any other knife on the market. I count 7 and possibly you might say 8 different ways to open this knife. Yeah, I think 8 is fair. So let's start with the fact that it's a button lock, as you can see. So you can just flip it open. You can do that all day long. And check the noise on it too. I love the freaking acoustics on this. So that's one. It also has, let me do that one more time. As you can see, it has these are blade stops on both sides, but they also serve as thumb studs or reverse flick studs. So here, you can middle finger flick it, or you can thumb flick it using the studs. It also has these blade pockets on both sides, which are pretty deep and have pretty good edges so that you can catch it with your fingernail. So you can reverse flick it with the edge pocket. You can't really thumb flick it with the pocket. I guess, nah, it's hard to generate any torque, but you can wheel it open so smoothly with that pocket. It's just maybe like the easiest wheeling action of any knife I've ever seen. Amazing. And here's going to be a surprise if you're not familiar with this knife. This is actually a flipper. And you may be saying to yourself, a flipper? I don't see any flipper tab. And indeed, it's because the flipper tab is so minute that it's almost undetectable. But it actually works. Let me just show you. And there's more about this in a second, but you can flip it. I mean, just the detent is just tuned crazily. For that heavy blade to be able to flip open by that almost non-existent flipper tab is just incredible. You can even do it with a little wrist with the fingernail. And I said more about that. Okay, so fingernail is usually how I flip this, because in a absolutely bizarre design decision, let me see if you can see this here. You see this right here? In the back spacer, there's this U-shaped cutout. Not sure I can focus that closely. So this was just a ludicrous choice by Mr. Hoback. No offense, because I love the knife otherwise, but these things are sharp on either side of here. So when you use your fingertip to flick this, you're basically jamming your finger onto these little micro blades on the back of the spine, and it hurts. So I don't use that method very often. If there's ever a Gen 2 of this knife, Mr. Hoback, please fix that. The other thing is, as you can see on the pocket clip, has got this little pokey part here, which should also be shaved down on any revision. Anyway, like I said, I love the knife. Those are my only quibbles about it. So what are we up to now? Let's see. Let's go through this again. We had 1 button lock, 2 reverse thumb stud flick, 3 thumb flick, 4 blade pocket reverse flip, 5 wheel open with the thumb pocket, 6 flipper, okay, 7, you can do your sort of Spidey roll. Do that again, I'm not sure that was on camera. Like that. And check this out. Because of the shape of the thumb studs, you can actually do an Emerson wave with this knife most of the time, sometimes by accident, which is not great, but so let me wheel out a little bit here, see if I can get this on camera. Yeah, I think so. So that would be number 8. So Hoback Sumo, Fidget King.